All right, Jones. How you gonna find that statue and all this junk?
Hello, men. Monday was always supposed to be Adventure Game Day. It's been dominated by Nigel for a very long time, but now that he's out of the picture, at least for the foreseeable future, let's play what I remember as my favorite adventure game. Indiana Jones, The Fate of Atlantis. First, we are looking
Some
for
kind of funeral urn.
a thing at this point. A little statue.
It's a stone carving of Shiva.
Right here in the beginning, we don't actually have many options. Normally, it has the usual like verbs at the bottom of the screen, but not yet, as this is the intro. I sort of know what to do here. We can click these things.
Marcus
comment on
thought
them?
potlatch Indians carved this. Looks like a movie prop to me.
But, yeah, we're not having much luck here in the beginning. Indy is a little, unfortunate. Get up, you dopey twat. I have no idea how this will come out when I render it. I'm hoping it won't look
These
too
books
bad.
don't look familiar. Uh-oh.
I hope there won't be any stretching or blurring, at least. I like my crisp pixels. It's kind of one of the charms of these old games.
Better get that roof checked.
Alright, so we have a bunch of cat statues here.
A cheap copy of a Siamese idol.
If I click this one.
Yow!
Loudest sound in the game. The ugliest indie, so yeah, it's not Harrison Ford if you hadn't noticed. Right, so it's in one of these lockers. I think it's always the last one you open.
I'll be. Here's what I've been searching for.
Let's get it done.
Strange looking thing. I wonder where Marcus picked it up.
Look at him, little pixel blob.
I'm back.
Indy? You don't look at all well, Dr. Jones.
Exploring our collections can be dangerous, Mr. What was your name again?
Smith. Tell me, did you find a lock to match my key?
You bet I did. Take a look.
Blonde man in an Indiana
What
Jones
are you waiting
game with
for?
a
Let's
German
open
accent.
it.
I wonder if he's evil.
Why not? It's an obvious fake.
You may think so, Doctor, but I believe we are opening a new chapter in history.
My word, Indy, a small metal bead. Jewelry, perhaps?
I still think it's a fake.
Then you won't mind if I take it.
Really, Mr. Smith?
Stand back, gentlemen.
I hope you've got a getaway car waiting. You'll need one.
What is Fritz?
He got away.
But we got his coat, Marcus. Hey, what's this? Klaus Kerner, huh?
Good Lord, Indy, the man's some sort of agent from the Third Reich.
Who would have thunk?
What does the spy want with the Buddhist statue?
Buddhist. It said phony.
I lied, Marcus. I don't think it's a phony. I can't place the style, but it's old.
Look what else our friend was carrying. An old copy of National Archaeology. And there you are in Iceland.
Yeah, field supervisor for the Jastro expedition. My first real job.
Who's the woman?
Sophia Hapgood. She was my assistant, a spoiled rich kid from Boston, rebelling against her family.
Where is she now?
She gave up archaeology to become a psychic.
How odd.
You can say that again.
Indy, Kerner found you. What if he finds her? We should warn the woman.
You're right. I want to know more about that statue.
I love the noise it makes when they open and close doors.
You know, Marcus, the coldest year of my life was the one I spent in Iceland with Sophia.
Do, 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 do. Here we go. Here's the text verb thing. Yeah, here we are. This is where my memory starts getting fuzzy. I remember sort of bits of the intro. There's actually 3 ways to complete this game. There's the fighty way. I think it's called, that's the one that's referred to as brawn. Then there's smarts or wits. And then there's, I think, cooperation one. We're going to do the cooperation one. The brawn one is ass, because fighting in this is utter crap. But what's to be expected from that? So we're gonna do as little as possible of that. The wits one is Indy alone, and the puzzles are quite a lot more difficult in that one. He doesn't have Sophia to rely on. And the other one, cooperation one, is the sort of is like the middle way. It's fairly, wouldn't say easy, but it's a game. And there's a lot of cool dialogue between Sophia and Indy, so we're gonna go for that one. So we have a...
This was taken a long while ago, when I thought we might like each other.
It's always good with women. Right. So this is sort of an introduction to that. There are 3 ways to get into this theater. There's a doorman here, and you can either reason with him, convince him to let you in. You can fight him and then go in. Or you could do what I assume is supposed to be the smarts way, where you pick up, no, push.
It's a crate.
There are keyboard shortcuts for this. Look at, yeah, that's L. P is pick up. T is talk to. Push and pull. Not sure where they are. Anyway. To get through here, you can push these crates out of the way and crawl up here and get in. But we're going to talk to this guy because I quite like him.
It's unlocked.
What do you want, pal? This ain't no ticket office.
And this guy, as I recall, is a great big fan of Sophia. So if we just pretend to be as well, he's going to let us in. If we insult him, let me in, you Darwinian nightmare, he's going to get salty and we're going to have to fight him. I'd rather not fight him.
I'm here to enjoy Madam's outrageous orations.
This ain't that kind of show.
Oh, of course not. Madame Sophia is a serious thinker.
Don't kid around, pal. You're talking about my idol.
Look at his head wobbling around.
No kidding. I think she's the greatest.
Me too. There's something about her.
Yeah, she's very smart.
I think if we use too big words, we'll confuse
him.
him.
I really like, it's the way she...
The way she makes things easy to understand?
That's it. All that smart stuff seems so easy when I'm listening to her. Say, you're okay for a college boy. Come on in.
What a nice man. Ah, good puzzle design. There were nice hints. And we sort of had an idea of what we were trying to do. We were trying to get in. All that sort of. It's very fine. Hello, stagehand.
Excuse me.
Aha! You must be the new doorman. About time they got rid of Biff. He was such a pushover.
Now that works both if we fought him or just let him get in. Okay.
Call that fraud over here, will you?
You're insulting a goddess, mister.
Okay.
That goddess is a nut, period.
Are you going to argue with box office? Now clam up, you bother me.
The subtitles don't seem to fit what they say sometimes. That's weird. Okay, so I know...
Why do I keep looking at her?
Oh, damn it. It's a good question, Indy. Let's give this to him.
Excuse me.
Take it easy and watch the show.
Here, my friends, is Atlantis, as it might have appeared in its heyday. Glorious, prosperous, socially and technically advanced. Beyond our wildest dreams. 5,000 years ago, while everyone else still wore animal skins, the mighty spirits of Atlantis dared to build a city where knowledge and power were united in true happiness. Centuries later, the famous philosopher Plato wrote about it. He placed Atlantis on a continent out in the deep ocean and described how it was divided into 3 circular parts, such as you see here.
Isn't she something? She can go on for hours.
And she will, in fact, go on for hours until we interrupt the show. Okay, I didn't need to give him that, but I believe I have to go get a newspaper, if I recall correctly. And now that we have this guy will fuck off. So we give him the newspaper.
It's today's paper.
And if we talk to him,
Excuse
he would
me.
probably give us a hint of that.
Shh. She's just coming to the exciting part.
What befell this serene city? We may never know for sure. Was it the sea level slowly creeping higher, or the earth itself suddenly shifting? However it happened, panic must have gripped the citizens on that fateful day when proud Atlantis sank beneath the waves.
Oh no.
Or perhaps it was a volcanic eruption, and something remains even now. On some questions, the great spirit who guides my thoughts, the all-seeing Nur-ab-sal, is silent.
I've been through this 100 times. The woman never stops.
Again, a hint that we have to stop her.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what now?
I've got a newspaper here.
So you do.
Aren't you wondering about events of the day?
I don't know. Maybe.
How'd you like today's newspaper?
Well, the late edition. I wonder if the Dodgers won. Watch the lights while I find out, okay?
Watch the lights, doorman. Okay, let's fuck around. I think that's it.
There it goes.
And I still feel the presence of Atlantis through... May I present Nur-ab-sal, the great Atlantean god of...
Deceit!
deceit. Thanks, Indy. Indiana Jones? You've got some nerve. Go back, you big jack-o'-lantern. Oh, great. Good night, folks.
Get fucked!
Come on, mister. I've got a few words to mince with you.
I'd say it's about time.
Oh, no!
Looks like Kerner got here first. Stay put. No one here. Nor here either.
Well searched. He just emerges. Hey, you got a new coat. Guess I didn't want to make a new model for him.
Dr. Uberman, fantastic news. We found the treasure we seek.
He calls him Fritz, but he's Uberman. I mean, Uberman, really, but... you know, Americans.
That's the second time Kerner slipped away. What does a Nazi spy want with old statues?
Have you seen the newspaper? Listen to this. Germans claim victory in worldwide race to smash the uranium atom. Chief scientist Dr. Hans Uberman announces plan to harness new sources of energy for the Third Reich.
Nice pronunciation of Reich there. Very fine. Oh, she tries. It's good.
Practical results are years away.
Of course they are. That's why they're looking for the power of Atlantis.
Be serious. I used to think you'd make a good scientist.
What are we saying here?
Yet you've been concealing important artifacts. Artifacts such as archaeology has never seen.
No Huffy.
You're lucky I don't have you arrested.
So what if I kept a few pieces for myself? Look for a small coppery bead under those clippings in my desk.
What do you know?
Kerner missed the grand prize.
What?
My necklace. Watch closely. The bead is made of orichalcum, the mystery metal first mentioned by Plato. Now I'll place it in the medallion's mouth. Did you see that?
Yeah, creepy. Is your electric bill paid up?
That was Nur-ab-sal. His spirit is close.
What? Suppose I gave this orichalcum business any credence, which I don't. You may have just used the last bead.
Shh. I'm getting something. Nur-ab-sal speaks. He bids us find the... what? Oh, a book, yes. The Lost Dialogue of Plato.
Another fine myth. It's not in any library I've ever been in.
What if the Nazis have already found a copy? You ever think of that?
Yes.
What were these pieces doing in Iceland, I wonder?
Survivors must have sailed there after the Great Catastrophe.
Any port in a storm, huh? Who's working there these days?
Bjorn Heimdall, I believe.
Maybe we should pay him a
Strong
visit.
Nordic name.
What do you say?
I thought you'd never ask.
Sadly, the old bear is a little worse for wear, if I recall. Ah, this is where it gets gamey, and I don't remember much. I remember bits and bobs of this. The beginning I've played more than most things, so I remember that pretty well. I seem to recall there's something with ice here. Oh, hello, Bjorn. He's alive. God damn it, I should not spoil.
Dr. Heimdall.
Dr. Indiana Jones, I believe, and Madame Sophia Hapgood. This is my dig site now. Go away.
That is the worst accent I've ever heard.
I thought you were digging up Norse graves in Denmark.
I was. Obviously now I'm not.
Not feeling very friendly today, are we?
I like solitude. It helps me think.
Doctor, what do you expect to find here?
The secret of Hyperborea. That's what the Greeks called Iceland, you know. You've read how they sailed north to a fog-shrouded land, and how they never set foot upon it? Ha! After traveling thousands of miles, mere fog wouldn't turn them back. Some idiots claim they were repelled by ghosts. Poppycock, you know what actually stopped them, Sean?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
They were stopped by a force field put here by beings not of this earth.
Right.
That's fascinating, Doctor. So you completely discount the supernatural?
Completely. If it's supernatural you want. There are two people you might want to visit. Charles Sternhardt in Tikal, a shady fellow, but very clever. And Philippe Costa in the Azores Islands. As a researcher, he's a farce, but he's a sharp trader. Meanwhile, I've got an Atlantean artifact right in front of me.
Why did these beings show up here?
I am convinced that these travelers came to Earth to form colonies like Atlantis, using Hyperborea as a spaceport. Up north here, we're close to the ether. It's a perfect landing site.
Right.
So what's the link between Hyperborea and Atlantis?
Why, the Yastro expedition, the one you both worked on. Recently I saw pieces from it, pieces that are clearly Atlantean.
I see. Somebody must have been selling them.
Go ahead, blame it all on me.
You could accuse her of stealing stuff from you previously and selling it on the black market if you weren't paying attention to the options I didn't pick.
Have you ever heard of Plato's Lost Dialogue?
Yes, there are rumors about such a book, but I've yet to see it. Dr. Sternhardt and Costa.
What was that about the Lost Dialogue?
Dr. Sternhardt and Costa.
Okay.
Where did you say those pieces come from?
If it's artifacts of Atlantis you want, Dr. Sternhardt and Costa.
I get a feeling we need to talk
What
to
is this thing you're working on?
Sternhardt and Costa.
The bronze eel here, it's probably a homing beacon for wayward spaceships. Soon
Nice.
I'll have it out of the ice.
What is this eel artifact again?
I already told you, it's an Atlantean suit of armor. I think.
Don't talk shit. I wonder if he tells
What is
something
this
else
eel
if I
artifact
ask him
again?
I already told you, it's an Atlantean lighthouse. I think.
Okay, again.
What is this eel artifact again?
I already told you. It's an Atlantis radio.
Okay, I'm tired of his dumbass accent.
So long.
Good luck, fellow believer.
I thought I was able to double click to teleport rather than... Oh, I got my whip with me. See what Sophia has to say.
Listen,
Yes?
I think the good doctor's got frostbite of the brain.
I'll say, spaceport my eye.
Your eye.
What do we do now?
Let's find Costa and Sternhardt.
Okay.
Let's look around.
Okay.
We're going to what? Tikal or... Where was Costa again? Greece or something? I remember Sternhardt having a
Let's head for the airport.
really dumb walk. That's about all I remember of him. Okay, let's go to Tikal first. There's something with a monkey here as far as I recall. Very annoying. Oh, so... It's not a monkey, it's some sort of... Fucking... I need to... Yeah. There's a snake here. An anaconda. We can't get past while that's there. So we need to make this dumbass animal. Jungle rodent. Yeah, it runs around a lot. I'm sure there's some sort of pattern.
That's
to
my
this,
whip.
but I'm not sure. Okay, it came over there then. There we go, okay, so. You fat oaf.
That critter's too far away.
Right. You fat shit. Okay, so I fucked up again. Back in. I think when I whip, it automatically goes in where I click. Oh man, I didn't want it. I need it to stand there. Yes, okay, so I can't believe I finally figured out how this actually worked. I'd always just randomly done it. But then again, how old was I when I played this? Like 4 or something. They get fucked.
Good old Mother Nature.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
I don't think that'll work.
Rubber tree.
Wow, some bridge.
Hi, Indy.
Hello. How did you get over here?
While you were off bushwhacking, I found a path.
Oh.
What do we do now?
We better find Sternhardt.
Okay, so I know for a fact we need to talk to this fucking parrot.
Tip a canoe.
And pilot 2.
23 skidoo.
And pilot 2.
Fuck.
Polly want a cracker?
Only want a cracker.
Might not be able to do this yet. I know Sternhardt has read to the parrot. So,
Just a minute.
here he comes.
That's my shop. Can I help you with something? Postcard?
Replicas of the temple? Souvenir mugs?
No thanks, Mr.
Charles Sternhardt, Ph.D., independent thinker, researcher, and merchant.
Hello.
Well, what can you tell us about Plato's Lost Dialogue?
I'm the one who translated it, I can tell you that. I'd worry you were here to steal my last copy, but someone called Mr. Smith beat you to it.
Why do you only have one copy, you twat?
Oh, no! What can you tell us about Mr. Smith?
He showed up last week, a tall man with a German accent and a pistol. He could have taken all my souvenirs, but he only wanted the lost dialogue.
He's pretty good for not killing people.
What can you tell us about the temple?
Glad you asked. The locals claim Mayan Indians built it. Now I ask you, does this look like the work of primitive savages, or does it seem much too civilized?
It's a stack of rocks.
Can we take a look inside?
How do I know that you aren't a pair of silly tourists? I only show the temple to reputable scholars.
I'm Dr. Indiana Jones. Is that scholarly enough?
Indiana? Sounds like the name of one of your states, or possibly a cat.
Actually, it was the name of a dog.
Sophia! I'd really like to explore the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
The Persepolis.
Persepolis! Too bad, old bloke. That's not the answer.
Right, so... The parrot has hinted at it knows something.
Persepolis?
Persepolis, a city of ancient Persia.
Right.
Persepolis?
Persepolis, a city of ancient Persia.
Okay, so let's go fuck around with his thing again. I guess we're gonna have to... Of course, in any sane world, you would be able to...
I don't think that'll work.
You would be able to fucking...
Sophia?
show
Yes?
him the little book thing
Let's
you're
look
carrying
around.
around,
Okay.
where it says that you're actually like this thing.
Why do I keep looking at her?
You doing stuff as Dr. Indiana Jones. God damn it.
I don't think that'll work.
What did I click here again to make him appear? I think I just tried to
Stop.
enter the temple. Yeah, he shows up.
Begging your pardon, you can't go in there. The temple isn't safe.
Conversation with Sternhardt here.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm hoping to find
Ask him
some
about
evidence
this
of
first.
Atlantis here.
Evidence is easy. You're surrounded by it. Proof? Now that's hard.
Does that mean we came to the wrong place?
I've pretty much lost hope myself. But old legends and rumors die hard.
What kind of rumors?
Local legend has it that the temple was built by men who are not men.
Nice.
Do you actually believe Atlanteans lived here?
After the city sank, this is where they came, I'm sure.
What are men who are not men?
Who knows? I've heard everything from giant men with snakes for tails to giant snakes with men for heads.
I'd really like to explore the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
The Hippocrates.
Hippocrates! Too bad, old bloke. That's not the answer.
Well, fuck off then.
Hippocrates?
Hippocrates, the father of medicine.
Oh, it's the oath guy. Well
Stop.
then.
Excuse
I
me,
should
the
probably
temple
have
isn't
this,
open
but I think
to
I
the
need to do
public.
anything anyway.
Listen,
Yes.
I'd really like to explore the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
Tetrahedron. Nice.
The Tetrahedron.
Tetrahedron. Too bad, old bloke. That's not the answer.
Okay, that's the fucking bird. I might have to actually give it crackers. I don't remember.
Tetrahedron?
Tetrahedron. A four-sided solid.
Fucking thought so.
Stop. Sorry, old boy.
Don't
Only
tell him we don't
accredited
know now.
researchers are allowed.
Bird might homo here.
Listen,
Yes.
I'd really like to explore the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
That's an ass.
I don't know the title.
Title.
Oh, there we go.
You're no student of Atlantis, then.
Fucking bird.
Title?
Hippocrates, a friend of Socrates.
Oh, he named it after his friend. Oh,
Stop.
sweet.
Sorry, old boy. Only accredited researchers are allowed.
Sweet
here.
of the old bearded ponce. Okay.
Excuse me,
Yes.
about exploring the temple.
Tell me the name of the lost dialogue of Plato.
Seem to recall there was a way to skip through dialogue once we've already seen it. It's not spaced, that just pauses it.
The Hermocrates.
That's it. That's it.
Well now, perhaps I was wrong. You seem to know what you're doing. Walk this way, please.
Well, at least I only had to guess,
don't
what,
trust
4
this guy,
times or
Indy.
something.
I know what you mean.
Come on. Here we are. Let's see what you can do.
I can't. Years of tarnish have it all gummed up.
Oh, here we go.
Wait
It's
for
all
me,
coming
old
back
bean.
to me.
Sorry, old chum. That lamp's a part of my shop. I can't let you have that.
Listen,
Yes?
let's look around.
I thought I could get him to hurt
Okay.
his back time. I need the kerosene to get the gum off, as far as I recall. Okay, but I've already homoed for far too long. Oh, it actually autosaves. That's nice. Okay, anyway, time for watching, and TTYL.